I'm Jeanne Urbas, and my family and I were all involved with ComQuest as far as what we did to provide for the community.
In 2010, through a traumatic event, the Urbas family lost their only daughter, Anne, and granddaughter, Gracie. Shortly after this incident, Jeanne, who was looking for a way to use her God-given gifts to help others, connected with ComQuest, who was in the process of opening a new shelter location to better serve the homeless in our community.
My daughter Anne found great comfort in prayer. And I thought, if we're led, what a better way to pay tribute to the Lord, and not tribute to Anne, but to recognize Anne, to have a place for prayer. And so we approached Ray and asked him if we could possibly design a chapel at the facility wherever it was going to be. When we saw the room that Ray had designated for us to use as a chapel, my sister and brother-in-law and Tom and I went after church one day, and we walked in that room, and it was a bar. And it was a bar that hadn't been used, and it smelled, and it was filthy. And I said, "Thank you, Lord," because we went in there and we cleaned it, and a chapel was designed. And my brother-in-law, Dave, the beams in the bar, he took those to the Amish, and the cross that's in the chapel is from those beams from the bar. And so we turned a horrible, horrible looking place into a place where people can go and pray.
The next item on their list was a playroom to honor their granddaughter, Gracie.
Gracie was an only child, and she loved friends. She always wanted to have friends. And so having Gracie's playroom, she invited all children into her playroom to play, to get away from, maybe they were dislocated from their homes, they had no place to go, but it was a fun place for them that they could go and forget. So that's how it all started, and our whole family was very instrumental in both of the rooms as far as designing them. I'm not a designer, and my husband worked, and my sons, and it just all came together. It was like it was meant to be. So I like to go. I used to go every week, then it was every 2 weeks. Now it's just once a month. But I go and I try to organize, and right now I'm planning on repainting the playroom and having the carpet cleaned. I did have it done before, but it's in need of it. As far as the chapel, my husband and I go down and once a month change the banner accordingly. The Easter banner will be going up next week. And we put a Christmas tree up at Christmas time and kind of tend to it that way. And we just really encourage people to go and pray. And yes, you can pray any place, but if you go to the chapel, we hope you find some peace and prayer and guidance. And of course, the playroom, want the children to play and have a good time.
ComQuest is proud to honor Jeanne for her unrelenting devotion as the caretaker for both of these spaces and her commitment to the dignity of the individuals we serve.
I want to thank ComQuest for this award, first of all, because it's very undeserving. I do what I do because that's who I am. And our family all love to serve. We love to serve. And so wherever there is a need, if it's brought to our attention and the Lord wills, we help. And we don't care who it is. And we don't care how they're dressed or what we don't care. It doesn't matter to us.